we go. Hello, everybody. This is Elaine. Welcome back to the Cronecast at the Rising Moon. As usual, we're waiting to see if this launches correctly. It's taken its sweet time today, and then I have to silence YouTube so that I'm not yelling in tandem. Hello, everyone. This is the Spirit Guide Weekly. This is the date range of June 21st through the 27th. These messages typically manifest over a course of about 1 to 4 weeks. I have no idea why that is. That is just what seems to happen. Before I get started, please don't forget to subscribe. Please don't forget to hit that like button. It really does help my channel. On this channel, I do yes and no tarot, I do predictive tarot, and I also do the Spirit Guide Weekly broadcast live on Fridays. Hey guys, no candles today because it is just too hot. So soon I will be moving in about 2 weeks, 3 weeks. And then after that, my office setup will no longer have my air conditioning blowing directly on the candles. So it will get better. So this is a pick a card presentation. There are 4 piles. I ask that you do not pick my piles based on I always pick number 1, I always pick number 2, I always pick number 3. Instead, concentrate, breathe deeply, open your eyes, take a moment, see which one calls out to you. That is the message that you are most meant to receive this week. That should have given you enough time. This is pile number 1, pile number 2, pile number 3, pile number 4. Whichever one calls out to you, that is the message for you this week. It is possible that more than one pile will have messages for you. Here we go. There's going to be a bad sound, and then we're going to sail somewhat smoothly backwards. At least that is the theory. Here we go. Okay. All right, guys. Usually takes about 10 seconds for the video to catch up with me. So we're putting aside piles 2 through 3, getting some housekeeping out of the way. All of the piles also have a crystal on them. And once again, I go over what those mean at the time of readings because I don't actually like it to influence your decisions in picking piles. So I used one of the Lenore. Oh man, that is way off base. Like I said, it takes about 10 seconds to catch up. And it just isn't in the right frame. Okay, so pile number 1, I'm going to try and remember to get my little table tents out. I have no idea why I have such a hard time remembering them, but I do. So we have pile number 1, and your crystal is lapis. This is good for communication, good for truth and clarity as well. And then your Lenormand deck card, which I did shuffle for, so it should have some bearing on the actual readings, is house. This is stability. This is actually having a place to call your own, putting down roots. It is also security is the biggest meaning of the word house, but it can indicate movement, and that is the number 4 in that particular deck. The Little Prince is the deck that's bringing you the predictive spread. Let's see what the rest of the oracle cards have to say. All right. I have new life. Good. With time to go, a lot of moving energy, It's also possible that it is time to release relationships from the past that are no longer serving you and to move into a new energy. So the way that I entitle these, because I do entitle them before I obviously am shooting the videos, is I do a draw to see what the messages for the week are likely to be about. And this week's was independence, progress, and victory. So that sounded awesome. All right. Oops, that's your angel answer card. I have honesty. I can't always expect the truth from others, but I can expect it from myself. So what you're going to do with that is if there is a question that you have specific to this week or a decision that you're trying to make, hopefully this card will be one of the things that brings you an answer. I can't always expect the truth from others, but I can expect it from myself. It's also about releasing denial, facing whatever the situation may be. Remember, it is better to know and to make, that's a card for truth as well, crystal for truth as well, to make your decisions from a place of clarity. Your animal totem card is rhinoceros hornbill, which is a type of bird. Its perfect trust will be rewarded with its like. This has to do for the universal flow, trusting in the divine. I'm always saying that unconditional love does not actually really have a place in romantic relationships because we need to have standards for our treatment. If you place perfect trust in somebody, it's always important to have self-preservation. So this is really about trust in yourself and trust in the divine. Perfect trust in a partner it has to be something that's earned. It's not something that you can bestow on somebody based on their vibe or something. You have to truly know a person to be able to know them, and it just takes time. So be careful with whom you give your trust to. Make sure they are deserving, and always start first from trusting yourself and trusting there is a reason, there is a path. We are guided. Shine your light. I have so many healers. Release toxic relationships. Whoa, with time to go, huh? And being urged, oh my goodness, being urged not to be in denial. Okay. Broken dreams. Only you can accept or reject your dreams. Only you can accept or reject your dreams. Belief in self is very important. Knowing that you are enough by yourself is also very important. Knowing that there is really no such thing as failure on a divine scale. We are meant to stumble. We are meant to fall. We are meant to make mistakes so that we continue to learn and grow from them. The healing light. Wow, lots of shine your light, the healing light. And then decrease. I wonder if you're downsizing. It's also multiple cards about releasing a relationship that is no longer serving. Yeah. And remember, letting go of that which is not meant for you makes room for that which is. Okay. Let's get going here. What does pile number 1 need to know for the date range of June 21st through June 27th? We are flying through this year. We are just flying through it. Here we go. Let's get going. Okay, what does pile number 1 need to know? What does pile number 1 need to know for June 21st through June 27th? There we go. Oh, I'm going to have to close my office door because my air conditioning just kicked on. We're all going to be deaf. Yeah. Now watch Puddles will nose her way through it, which is what typically happens. Hey, I have the 10 of Cups in reverse, which is a new beginning card. The Lovers in the upright is a card of needing to make a choice, needing to be whole within. It can be the Gemini card. It can be the card for soulmates. It can. I don't see it for romantic partnering as much as I do for choices about independence, being whole within, trusting in self, knowing that you are enough by yourself. I get other cards for soulmate cards. Here we go. Okay, 5 of Wands in reverse, peace, clarity, the end of confusion. I think you're trying to make a difficult decision. I really do. All right, 2 more times. 1 and 2. We're going to get going on this. Somebody flipped. 9 of Wands in reverse. Being a fight that you're giving up, being able to drop boundaries. The King of Pentacles in the upright. That's security, it's confidence, it's money as well. It can be somebody who's a little bit well established, has money. It can be an Earth sign, Capricorn, Virgo, or Taurus. As everybody knows, I rarely call out the astrological signs. The Wheel of Fortune in the upright can be a complete cycle. 2 of Cups in reverse. You may in fact be being called upon to release a relationship. With the Justice card in reverse, unbalanced relationship. 10 of Swords in reverse, trauma processing. 4 of Pentacles in the upright. King of Swords in the upright. Boy, that thing's been a stalker of me again. 5 of Swords in the upright, multiple change energies with the 8 of Wands in reverse. The Sun in the upright. The Empress in reverse. Okay. King of Wands in reverse. Strength card. Don't act impulsively and sincerely. Don't go off half-cocked on anything. It's important to make a clear and considered decision. It does appear to be about a past relationship. Strength card in the upright is a card of overcoming. 9 of Pentacles is independence. It's abundance. It's receiving. It is success. I have the 10 of Wands in reverse. I have the 5 of Cups in reverse. Consolation. 3 of Swords in reverse and healing. Queen of Wands in the upright. We're taking 1 more with the Temperance card in reverse. Okay. Okie dokie. What do we got going here? So coming up in this next week, it does look like this might be my divorce group. I always have, there are multiple groups. There are ones about leaving behind relationships, healing yourself from the past. There's usually a group that has a lot of messages about trauma, a change, developing gifts. Themes have a tendency to emerge in these readings. It does look as if you have been leaving behind an unhealthy and unhappy situation and trying to find your personal power. In the coming week, hey, listen, actually, there's very good money energy around this. There's also this kind of large in charge, independent. Nobody's influencing your decisions other than you. It does look like somebody is going to try. There is a slight conflict card, but it's mostly giving off the energy of change with that King of Swords. That is clarity and truth. It is also spirit guide messages. This Justice card in reverse is an unbalanced situation. Justice in the upright is also the card of divine timing. In the reverse, it can mean that, the time has come. There's a healing energy around your ability to enjoy life. You're not like, once you come to rest, there's a change energy around this particular group. You're making a significant life change to try and bring you more happiness. Your guides are kind of telling you you're doing the right thing. In terms of, are you meant to be releasing a relationship? I'm not sure. You might be parted from somebody who's a significant person in your life, but it's because it's time to spend some time feeling your purpose, your clarity, your strength within. Truly, we function. You've got so many healing lights, shine your light, new life. Time to go. I think it's a moving energy. I do. That 10 of Cups in reverse, it can be leaving behind your home, going to something else. You've had a hard time though, because it does look as if there's been a lot of healing and processing throughout the COVID time. Lockdown kind of trapped you with yourself. You couldn't run away from a past situation any longer. And so you dealt with it because there wasn't much else to do. Difficult, but you did overcome. You're being asked not to act impulsively when you're making decisions. You do things from a place of fear sometimes. You're very secure. That King of Pentacles energy is a very secure energy as well. And the Wheel of Fortune is like, that's good luck and good fortune coming to you. I don't think it's a complete cycle card in this particular instance. It looks like going forward throughout the summer, you're going to have fewer reasons to worry. There's a time to be able to focus on your personal happiness. And that has not, like, you've been dealing with like logical problems, where you're going to live, what you're going to do, how you're going to recover for a little bit. And now you're coming into a time of, what will my life actually be like and feel like, and how will I be happy? What to do? What dreams do I want to pursue? Belief in self has been a battle. It's just been a battle. See, I think that clarity cards, the healing light and decrease, everything is healing. It's not about losing anything. Okay, all right. I'm going to pull a couple of energy cards as well. What have I got here? What else does group number 1 need to know? No meeting anybody type of energy. Is there anything around jobs? That's always something people are very interested in right now. There actually is. It looks like it doesn't start. If you're job seeking, I have July being a good month for that. You're almost all the way through June as it is. We have Deceit, which is never my favorite energy. I do have the Emperor in reverse card. I have the King of Wands in reverse as well. All right, keep going. Road of personal healing and happiness, contract. The thinking man is the exact same energy as that King of Swords. It could be a judge. With the Justice card in reverse, I don't know. There's no energy of like finality on things yet. Victory. Well, and then a man holding a coin, walking away. See, I'm not sure if you're releasing a relationship to somebody. This man holding a coin energy is the same thing as the King of Pentacles. You could be releasing a relationship that simply doesn't serve you any longer. I kind of don't think so. I think your walking away energy is leaving the past behind, and that this man holding a coin is more to do with security, being able to provide for yourself. You have been lied to in the past, but now through a bunch of healing, you're able to face your truth, your clarity. You're making all kinds of progress. Your security is being shored up. If you're looking for opportunity, they're all over the place. I have traveling energy with that walking away card. You're going to be getting out there quite a bit more. I don't have the social interactions yet. I actually have a time of like pulling the trigger on a big change. And then as the dust settles, everything else comes in around you. You're less stressed. You're able to concentrate on your happiness. It does look as if I'm sorry, no, I know, stop talking there. The Queen of Wands is a figure who compels things, who it commands attention. She's fiery, she's a leader, frequently considered attractive by other people. I think you're attracting the attention of somebody who I don't mind them necessarily. I'm not sure it's a romance. I'm not sure it's a romance. It's somebody who wants to have a say in some decision-making processes that you have. It could be a male relative. It could. Here's the thing. I think you listen, and you used to give more weight to what other people said than you do now. You take your time and you decide things carefully. Your faith in yourself has increased tremendously. And kind of, you didn't have a lot of choice. Like, I'm not sure it was necessarily your first choice was not, hey, I'll make a bunch of changes and be isolated and have to learn my personal power. Perfect trust will be rewarded with its like. You have some kind of divine pairing. It does appear to be a karmic relationship. It balances out injustice in the past. You know, there are things that you need to release with the past. Sometimes it's time to close a chapter, even on healing. Sometimes you can be to the point of like, you know what? I found everything I need to back there and I need to just let it go. I don't want to live in that energy. The new life energy, the time to go. I think to change you'd like things to change. You've been through all kinds of trauma processing and you simply want to have a life again. Let go of the past to the extent that you can. You've learned the lessons that you need to, and your existence isn't as balanced as it needs to be. You are, and it's not entirely your fault because a lot of isolation surrounding COVID, but you are like kind of being given the go signal on you've done your work. You have like just a couple, that contract card from the energy cards. You've got a couple of final details to put into place in an ending on something. And then after that, like open vistas, you get to plan, you get to choose. There's somebody here who just, they want to have more of a say in it than you want them to. Daughter, the answers to your questions involve your daughter. Listen, I get this a lot for anyone who is usually a younger female friend. Sometimes it can be a relative, it can be a niece, it can be a sister. It can also quite simply be your inner child as well, where you're healing and trying to reparent yourself. It can also be your daughter. Oh, wow, new home. Moving is a step in the right direction for you. We're going to take one more on that note. Whom do you need to forgive? As you release old anger and resentment, you will find that your wishes come true. Release the past. You can't change it. You can't change it, and you've learned the lessons that you're meant to from it. It's not the same thing as saying it doesn't matter. It very much does. I'm sorry, I've got a dog hair on my face again. It's like a chronic condition around here. Oscar is wonderful, but he sheds like a yeti. Here we go. Oh, I've got cooperation, take the hand offered or ask, and it's stephanotis. I've never heard of that flower before. And geranium, shake it up a little. You've got this. Okay. Changes are coming to you. Don't forget, being independent is not the same thing as never accepting help from somebody. If you've been codependent in the past, and unfortunately a lot of people in my collective have struggled with that, it's hard to find that balance. Like where does dependency come in and being able to accept support have its place? It's when you know you can do what you need to do by yourself. You know it. You don't believe you need another person to complete something, but if something's going to be really arduous, you can ask for help. You can ask for the help of true friends will help you. You've been there for other people, they will be there for you. And if they're not, let that inform your decisions about whether or not they really have a place in your life. There's multiple relationships here that like you're kind of being called upon to maybe release. That too. Healing family issues, wow. Give your relationship a chance. Well, so much for that walking away. I kind of knew that though. There's a figure in your life that you want to attach importance to. They are an important person. I have a feeling that you've been separated for a while. Almost like they don't even have a voice any longer in your life. And you keep wondering, is it time to let them go, to move on? Keep living your life. But moving on is not necessarily going to be possible because that person is a soulmate and they just may not be present in your life at the moment. This is the unrequited love card, codependency, forgiving and learning. Listen, I don't think that's really part of this. I just genuinely don't. For some reason, I've got my card on my phone on flight mode and it still rings. It just drives me insane. I have no idea why it will not stop taking calls. Work on your partnership, give your relationship a chance. You're not meant to release that energy. It may not be the relationship you were thinking it was going to be. And that's the only thing that I've got there is that, and the unrequited love card was followed by codependency and healing family issues. It may simply not have been the time for a pairing that was very important to you. It may be returning to you. Here's the thing. I don't think it holds the same importance to you that it once did. I think you're just in a let's change everything and everybody can feel better type of energy. You've been trying to find a new place to call your own within this world and just your own. If anything, be a little careful. There is an energy where you're trying to be too independent at this point. You don't tell people your problems. You don't share your energy with people very easily outside of potentially a profession. You enjoy your life at this point. You do. But you're not necessarily open to having more people in it, dry desert, making a choice. What else do we need? See, I do. I think you've been by yourself a lot. Nothing happened for a while as you healed. And ride the wave, rescue. Okay, hey, group number one, a little bit of a meandering read. You appear to be moving or making decisions around where your physical location will be in the next week. There's choices around that. There's a little bit of a conflict around a past relationship. You don't need to worry. Everything says victory is yours, success is yours. You're overcoming everything from the past. You believe in yourself. You've healed so many things. You're starting to understand that you see the truth of who you are. The thing is that it's not in a lonely or it's not in a pain riddled way, but you're, if anything, excluding the idea of being with other human beings. And in particular, there is this past relationship in your life that you cannot figure out what to do with. And your angel answers are, is there something better? Now, does that have to do with the relationship? I'm not sure. Does it have to do with the decisions you're making around moving? It's possible. Is it possible that different things will be true for different people? Of course. It's a collective. It's a general read. It can't address everything very specifically. You have choices coming up. Be careful with them. Don't make them from a place of fear. Also, don't try and do absolutely everything by yourself. You've taken, you healed something and you've taken away the message that it's well, I can never, ever ask another person for anything. Hey guys. And that's not what you're meant to be doing. What you're meant to be doing is taking this new and you believe in yourself as a warrior again. You believe in yourself as somebody who can overcome. It was not an easy path to get there, but you've gotten there. Please don't think that means that you are walking through this life by yourself. Spooky, is there anything you want to add here? This is Spooky, a divine message deck. And how did it become a divine message deck? It's a long story, but it was really quite eerie when it happened. And so I started calling it Spooky. Anything? Anything at all? Gonna chip? No. All right. Okay. 6 of Swords in reverse, 9 of Wands in reverse, Temperance in reverse, the Devil in reverse. Tell me more. Come on, dudes. The last thing that you had to heal was actually, because you didn't associate it with something that needed to be healed, was patience. Allowing things the time that they needed, because you rushed your healing process. You did. Like you kept deciding, I'm healed. And it was because you started to feel better and you didn't know that there was more and more better on the other side of that. You're discovering that now. And like you're just kind of falling into an energy of like, oh, thank God, I finally feel better. What else will there ever be in my life? I can't chance letting more people in. Remember, you healed. You can protect yourself. You can drop your boundaries. Allow yourself to be receptive again. Just allow yourself to be receptive again, whatever form that might take. And you do have, there you are. Yeah. I can't tell if those are trying to come out. I'm going to say no. 2 of Pentacles in the upright. You go to extremes. You go to extremes. You did heal. You have addressed your codependency. That's what that unrequited love energy was about. You don't have to stay single. You don't have to stay single. I think you had a very damaging past relationship. You've been trying to release it for a while. You did heal everything that you were meant to. And now more is trying to come to your life. You have like a final nail in a coffin energy coming up shortly. And I do mean very shortly. It should be like it's almost before the end of the month. It genuinely is. Okay, let's get going here. Let's move on to pile 2. Thank you for joining me. If you want to book me for a private reading, there is a link to my website in the description box down below. I would love a chance to read for you in real life. No candles this week because I'm still in this house. I'm moving in about 3 weeks. And so I will no longer have air conditioning blowing directly on my desk. All right. We have the petrified wood, which is good for healing. It's also good for opening your third eye as your crystal. I have scythe, which is cutting away things. It is slicing through to the truth as well. I did shuffle for these, so they are part of the read. Okay. I have flexible treasure island. There's your angel answer card. That's for whatever questions you might have that are not addressed in this read. There's a chance, hopefully a good one, that this particular card will answer them. I have relationships. I'm attracted to those who serve my higher good. Okay. We have Keel Build Chukon. Take time out for fun. Okay. Flexible treasure island, huh? Laugh at your demons. You are never alone. We get that a lot. Inner life. Your inner life is a garden to be cultivated. Hey, I get this around my collective kind of a lot. Don't forget to dream, to fantasize, to see positive outcomes for yourself. This is wisdom as well. Teacher. Oh, victim mentality and teacher. Hey, victim mentality isn't about why, poor pitiful me. It is quite frequently a card that accompanies trauma. And the reason being is that if you've been badly traumatized, if you've been badly hurt, you actually have been victimized. There comes a point at which releasing that energy to the extent that you can, that teacher is also kind of schooling yourself to be able to handle the things from the past that used to haunt you. Flexible is allowing yourself to be receptive to different outcomes, because that you learn to control as a safety measure. Like you've got some control issues around things, and you are, if anything, a tiny bit too definitive sometimes. Like you can be like, okay, that person's out of my life. I will never speak to them again. And you will hold rigid to that. You are being asked over and over again to please, 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 please be more flexible. Allow things to be a work in progress. And that's not about like if somebody's abused you, they do not belong in your life, period. This is not what I'm talking about. I'm talking about, I decide from this point in time what the rest of my life will look like. Please don't do that. Please don't do that. It is a very rigid energy and it does block things from coming into you. And that is not to say if you have decided I'm going to be alone, that it's like, you better not think that. It's just let it be for right now. For right now, I like it better being alone. I like being by myself. I like having my freedom. I like having my independence. I like making my choices and not having to consult another person. That does not mean that you have to envision 40 years of being by yourself. It means that you have learned your personal power, and just allow yourself to be, I will deal with things as they come up. If I meet somebody, that's great. And if I don't, I'm really happy as I am. You don't have to have rigid definitions because it does close your mind to new possibilities. And for Treasure Island, you've got so much increasing energy around that. Let's get going here. Celestial deck bringing us the predictive spread. Eight of Pentacles in the upright is mastering something, that is having a great skill that you can share with others as well. Ace of Pentacles in the upright. Apparently it's lucrative. That's also the start of something new. Can I get going here, please? The Tower in reverse. Okay. That's that rock bottom energy starting again. A clean slate. Taking this guy. The Moon in reverse. King of Swords in reverse. Nine of Swords in reverse. That's good. That's one of the cards that you want in reverse. By the way, reversals aren't bad. Like, I'll be reading people and they start flinching when there's a bunch of reversals. Reversals are not bad. We have the Queen of Swords in the upright. Three of Cups in the upright. I have the Magician in the upright. Ace of Swords in reverse. Oh, good. Judgment in the upright. Princess of Cups in reverse. Ace of Wands in reverse. Five of Pentacles in the upright. King of Pentacles in reverse. Two of Wands in the upright. Princess of Swords in reverse. Six of Pentacles in reverse. Prince of Wands in the upright. Take a couple more. There we go. Queen of Pentacles in reverse. Okay. Queen of Wands in reverse with the Chariot in the upright. Well, if you do something where you have commission, if you do something where your income fluctuates, know that you are in a time of increase, but you are being asked over and over again to not neglect other areas of your life. You just do. You just do. I think it's part of what got you through COVID was concentrating on adhering to responsibilities, like having a task list. You are seeing more people. There's actually a reunion with somebody that you haven't spoken to in kind of a while. It looks like it's a woman somewhere between about 25 and 40, because it's somebody who's in childbearing age, but like is not that somebody out past 40 can't have a child. It's just, this is a slightly younger woman. This is in the mother stage versus the maiden or the crone stage of a lifetime. There are three magical stages in a woman's life: maiden, mother, and crone. This person is still sort of young. There's somebody that you haven't seen in a while. You'll be hearing from them. They have had a lot of developments. They have been thinking about you kind of constantly. You have not been thinking about them as much. You have more people in and out of your life, I believe, in a professional capacity, but I have a returning energy around that. Prince of Swords in reverse, Six of Pentacles in reverse with the Two of Wands in the upright. Careful with the choices that you're making. You don't, like, you're too punishing to yourself sometimes. You keep a very, very, very close eye on your bank account. I think that you might have had like even food insecurity as a kid, because like security is about the only way that you know peace. And you associate it with happiness as well. Like you've really struggled with finding the way to be happy when you don't have quite enough. And it takes quite a bit for you to feel as if you have enough. The truth of the matter is that you have more and more coming to you. You are working towards, I'm going to go with opulence, because there's this very good energy with that Eight of Pentacles. You don't see things very clearly sometimes around your finances. You've been looking for a new opportunity to help increase. It may be a side gig type of thing, but there's an offshoot of what you are doing that you are likely going to be able to employ yourself in as well. The only reason that's even being brought to you is that like you just can't relax. You just can't relax around money. I'm attracted to those who serve my higher good. I wonder if this person is part of that. You have somebody returning to your life. They haven't been around for, I don't know, 4 or 5 months, and they're coming back. They have news of what they've been doing. They have a lot of praise for you as well. Apparently something you told them like really helped them. They want to share some of their experience with you. That's that reunion energy. The Magician, Prince of Wands. Be careful. You're going to be really tempted to act very quickly on a decision next week. It's something that is presented to you. It is actually not as, if it's an employment offer, negotiate for your salary. Like, by the way, never let me make your decisions. This is for confirmation, not determination. But the cards are saying if it is an employment opportunity, negotiate for your salary. It's just a little light on money. That's the thing, is that there is more financial security, which is apparently very, very important to you, to be had in an upcoming situation. Kind of don't leap at an offer simply because you're looking for an offer. Know your worth. Other people do. Listen to that person who's coming back into your life, who, like, apparently you were able to alter quite a few things for them. Your faith in yourself has increased. It has, but that victim mentality and teacher, that's a self-parenting combination as well. One of the ways that you overcame your formative damage was to reparent, which, you know, people have to do. They do. It's not goofy and it's not trite. It actually sets people free from the pain of the past. Flexible and treasure island. Don't let the immediate need for the appearance of security dictate a choice that you are making. Please. Don't permanently budget, I guess is what I'm saying. There's a choice that you're making that is based very much in concern for your finances, and you just need to loosen up a little bit. And what will happen if you don't? Well, like, not a lot, other than you could end up, the universe will bring in something different, but they're asking you to hear them. And they've been trying to tell you over and over and over again, you sell yourself short. You are actually really pretty special and pretty important. And you don't, like, you hear it and it goes directly in one and out the other, and you believe it, but not very much. Woman holding a coin, angel of love, appreciation, healer of the ages, door to personal healing and happiness. You have discovered self-love. You are far more secure than you think yourself being. You're incredibly capable. You do sell yourself short. It's coming from a place of fear. That's one of, like, you don't have much to heal at all. This is a mindset versus like trauma induced. It is like the one echo of the past that you are still associating with the present, and just try to let it go. Remember where it came from. Like, sincerely, there's something around your childhood where, like, you just did not have as much as the other people around you. And so you've just always been a little bit worried. Ask for what you want. Let the universe and other people know what you need. Asking is an important part of receiving. I was just telling a client earlier, again, I'm a little bit of a broken record about it. Don't forget, you need to ask your spirit guides for intervention. Otherwise, it's interfering with our free will. And again, goodbye to the old, hello to the new. You finished one part of your life, and now a new and even better part is beginning. See, I don't think victim mentality is a current energy. I think it's something that you struggled to overcome. And it's not about, victim mentality sounds so blaming and shaming to the person who is feeling it. Sometimes people are legitimately processing a lot of stuff. And it's not a victim mentality. It is dealing with the fact that something incredibly unfair happened to them. I think that you have done everything that you've been asked to, and you are healed, and you are moving forward, and you are increasing. And the take time out for fun, don't drive yourself exclusively in the pursuit of money. You are not greedy. I get this over and over again. This has got to be a problem with my poor little traumatized collective. You will work you'll devote your life's energy to work out of a sense of, if I don't make money now, if I'm not careful, if I'm not responsible, something terrible could befall me. What you're you've kind of forgotten is part of the reason that you healed is to learn to understand that as long as you have the problem-solving device that you will need. You have a great track record. You have overcome. If you think I didn't do it very elegantly, that does not matter. It doesn't. We all flail and fall and get back up sometimes. You are a little too focused around what you consider success, and that is a bank balance that is beyond robust. You're not being told that you're being greedy. You're not. You're not a greedy person. You want safety almost more than you want happiness, because safety is the only way that you feel happy. You're receiving this over and over and over again. You're safe. You have entered your life's purpose. You are trying to do what you are asked to be doing. You are being taken care of. Past life relationship, you have known each other before. Pay attention to the red flags. Give your relationship a chance. What's the red flag? What's the red flag? It's not in the relationship. What's the red flag? Fear dictated choices. Okay. Okay. In terms of allowing people into your life, you are letting fear from the past dictate who you allow into your life. You have a past life relationship. It is, and past, does that mean romance? Relationship does not mean romance. We have a soul pool. We have a soul family. You have somebody returning to you as well. Listen to what they're saying to you. They're trying to tell you something, and you don't hear praise of yourself, and like you think that people are just being nice, that it's hyperbole, that they're overstating things, or they're simply misguided. They're not. They see you in a way that you don't allow yourself to see yourself. And then it looks to me like, once again, Scythe, you're trying to cut something out of your life that still belongs there, and you're doing it because of the place of fear. That's the red flag. It doesn't have to do with the other person. It has to do with, yet again, you are working more than you are trying to embrace your joy, find your interests, find your passions, get some hobbies and pursuits. Laugh at your demons, because that whole safety-seeking thing is an energy from the past. Believe in yourself. Listen to that person. Believe in yourself. You have had things go wrong, but you've had things go right directly afterwards. Please believe that there is something that cares about you. It's up to you. You can do what you want to in so many situations, and that is exactly what you need to hear. You can do what you want to. If you want increase, you can have increase. If you want friends, you can have friends. If you're trying to isolate yourself to be safe, then understand that that is also something that you can bring about. You can manifest, you can make your reality. Please don't make your decisions based from a place of, I don't want to go backwards. You healed, you healed, you healed, you healed. Other people do not imperil you. You are different. You did heal. You did claim your personal power. Is there anything else I need this time? I don't think so. I don't think so on this group. Your work-life balance is fear-driven. Please keep it in mind. And it is simply that it's a little bit funny. You would practically give away your last anything to help somebody you really care about. This is not about avarice. It's not about being grasping. It's not about trying to gain so you can have more stuff. But you don't feel safe easily, and you're not processing as part of your healing. You have always, nobody else ever saved you. You have always saved yourself. You will always save yourself. You do not need to make decisions based on, I have to have more money or I'm not safe. Make decisions based on, what would I like to do? What would make my life feel more joyful? And by the way, whatever it is that you're thinking, whoever it is that you're thinking of cutting out of your life, it's not going to stop them from coming back. but it will stop whether or not they need a battering ram rather than just a knock on the door. There's somebody that you are starting to associate with difficulties from the past, that you're branding them with like labels about things that you've learned. Oh, that's a codependent relationship, and they did this and they did that and they resembled this. No, that's not what happened. There's somebody who belongs in your life that you're trying to get rid of. Please don't. You can't. They are energetically tied to you. Put your attention into enjoying your life more. You've got a very good week coming up. There's actually a lot of contact. There's good flow and good money increase. And once again, you are being told, do not then focus solely on money. It is your last area of vulnerability that makes you kind of disregard some of the greater things in life. And you're not being told you're doing it wrong, just that you can have more fun in life and you can be happier. And they want you to be so, so very happy. Watching you be so hurt was so painful for them, particularly since they do know that you were so angry with them. And nobody is ever going to blame you for that. It was never true. The spirit guides don't do things to us. They work with our choices and the choices of the people around us, and they desperately and ardently and they can't be exhausted. They will try over and 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 over. They never give up. But they are never doing anything and bringing anything to you that will hurt you. And you don't need to be as guarded against people and talking to people and having relationships, because here's what happens. Something happened in your past. You felt guided towards something. It was like stepping on a landmine in terms of what it did to your life. And ever afterwards, you said, you did that to me. No, that's not what happened. That was a karmic instance to try and help you and to try and save you. And the reason you got that message was it was your higher self making sure you got that message. It was you saving you. You have always saved you. You always will, and you always have, and you can start having faith in it. Okay, pile number 2, that was your message. We are moving on to pile number 3. If you want to book me for a private reading, pile number 2, there's a link to my website in the description box down below. I'd love a chance to read for you in real life. We're moving on to 3. Heliorite. This is the healing stone. This is very good to meditate with. You can put it on your heart chakra. You can hold it in your left hand. You can sleep with the darn thing. It will help heal old traumas and dark energies. And you have fox. This is you need to be crafty sometimes. Be careful. That can also be the fox and the hen house type of energy. I did shuffle for those, so they do actually pertain to the reading. Here's your angel answer card that is hopefully going to bring you more information. If you have a question that is not answered in this reading, ask it in your mind now, and maybe this card will give you the answer. So far, I've been getting good feedback on it. So I have truth be told. Fox can be a liar too, to be fair. Judgment. I understand that everyone has their own unique path and challenges. To be fair goes with that. Emperor Penguin. Small steps lead to profound metamorphosis. Accept what is dying. Release the past. Release the past. Learn what you can from it. Heal what you can from it, and then let it go. Like if you want more in the future, you have to live in the present and look towards the future. And it's good to have memories, but don't look backwards and think the best days are gone. Don't spend all of your time sharing memories. Make new ones. Have an attitude of gratitude. Be grateful for everything that you have. And I do mean everything. If you wake up in the morning and you're in a bed that is comfortable, my gosh, that's wonderful. Some people don't have that. It is, and if you're thinking that somehow doesn't matter, there's a giant percentage of the population that simply doesn't have enough. If you are in the percentage that does, you're blessed. That is something to be grateful for. Nobody gets everything they want. If they do, it's very brief and transient, and they are like, I have everything, and then they want something else, because we are, part of what drives us forward, part of our animating force is trying to go towards something. It is natural to want and not have everything yet. Take stock of what you do have and try to be as grateful for it as you can, and it will set a new vibration. Release the past, release old energies, and I want to find out, this fox guy's bothering me. Responding, not reacting. The only control we have is how we respond to the hand we are dealt. That's true. The vast universe and present power. I'm a little perplexed. What's going on with my Heliorite group? To be fair and truth be told, your clarity around everything that's happened in your life is just being very sharpened. I think you're actually finally feeling better. It was a hard time too. Understanding that you're the person who controls so much in your life, including how you react to other people, has been a hard one for you, because when somebody is trying to do something to you, like quite frequently you're reactive and thinking, instead of looking at them and saying that is their internal damage that they're trying to lash out at me with, it has nothing to do with me. You've had a hard time with that historically. You're getting much better at it. Like you're getting greater perspective. You're getting, it's versatile in how you handle what comes at you. You are starting to believe in your own versatility. Four of Pentacles in reverse is the healing of heartbreak as well. Who's flipped? Ace of Pentacles in the upright. Had that in the last draw as well, I believe. That is the start of something new and successful. Two more times. One. This is the Dreaming Way Tarot. We're doing the protective spread with it. Yeah. Knight of Pentacles in reverse. Knight of Cups in the upright. The Hermit in the upright with the Chariot in reverse. Oh yeah, you really, like, everything ground to a halt for so long that you stopped believing that movement was possible. Seven of Cups in reverse. Two of Swords in reverse. Oh, good. Three of Pentacles in reverse. King of Cups in reverse, my least favorite, one of them. Page of Swords in the upright. Ten of Swords in the upright. Oh, good. That's something's done with a narcissist and you get word on it. Six of Wands. Three of Cups. Eight of Cups. A friend's returning. The Tower in the upright. Six of Cups in the upright. Ten of Cups in the upright. Three of Swords in reverse. Oh, this is nice. Five of Wands in reverse. Two of Wands in reverse. And I just want one more. Two of Pentacles in reverse. Okay, maybe one more. Seven of Wands in reverse. Okay. All right. You've let go of so many things. You've been trying to readjust your focus in life. It's been hard and it's been difficult, and sometimes it's gone, like, it's been a bit of a seesaw sometimes. You go back and forth between, like, nothing's ever going to be good again, and I've decided that I will just be numb and I won't react, and that'll be my form of happiness. But there's a part of you that is so joyful in everything that it's like an act of will to try and make yourself not care. You are allowing the past pain in your life to begin to dissipate, understanding that the future can be different. The Ace of Pentacles is a successful energy. I have somebody returning to your life. I have someone to return to your life. I kind of don't necessarily, it's a past life relationship with that Six of Cups energy and the Ten of Cups. The Tower is this complete and sudden change. Something definitively ends up there with your narcissist. Like, I'm not sure you're ever going to have contact with them again. Like, that is somebody who you learned, and it was painful, but you learned every single thing that you were meant to about yourself and others. And it was an uneven journey. Sometimes you were isolated. Sometimes you were angry. Sometimes you were, like, trying to find a version of joy that was like, that is fine. I will just, if there's even the tiniest thing to be happy about, I will invest in that, and I will be safe in the type of happiness that I have. And you got kind of, your spirit guides basically kept shaking you, like, tapping you on the shoulder. No, there's more. Don't settle for that. Don't think that that's the only type of happiness that will ever come to you. You're in an ever expanding energy. To be fair, truth be told, here's the thing. This group last week got the message of, like, hey, your spirit guides never kicked your butt. Like, they didn't. And they, like, trust me, this is a woman, I have called them names that I hope the neighbors did not hear. I'm not kidding. And even while doing so, I knew that I know what spirit guides are and I know what they do. And they work with our choices, not the other way around. When they are guiding us, it is not because they are guiding us to do things that will wreck us. Every now and then, our higher self does have to be like, I can't, like my ego won't, my inner child, the wounded part of me is hanging on to a vision of myself, a vision of my life, a vision of a relationship, and it won't release it because it's got everything of its own worth tied up. And then your higher self will be like, I desperately need a rescue squad. Please send one. And then your spirit guides might say, okay. And they will steer you in the direction of this tower energy, a complete and sudden change. And that's the only time they wreck you. That's the only time, is because your higher self asked for the intervention. Remember what I'm always saying, you have to ask your guides for intervention. Angels and guides are different. Angels have never been human and they never will be. And our emotional process is the tiniest bit baffling to them, because time to them, like our lifespans are like, it's less than that. It's less than like a snap of the fingers. And so they have a really hard time with, why do they get so upset over the passage of time? It's nothing, because time is infinite. That's where your spirit guides come in. Your spirit guides, if they have ever given you a message that led you to what you believed was calamity, it was actually your higher self asking for that intervention. And why would you do that to yourself? It has nothing to do with self-loathing. It has to do with the fact that you came here to do something with this soul, to teach a lesson, to learn a thing, to become a thing. That's why your spirit guides might at some point intervene and cause calamity. But other than that, and that's only at your request, other than that, the guidance that we receive is about them working with the choices that we're making, and quite frequently trying to dissuade us from the choices that we're making that are not necessarily for our good. That's for the truth. To be fair, have an attitude of gratitude. I want to see you again too. Responding, not reacting. Responding, not reacting. Oh, I got it. They were also responding to our choices. The fox, see, I think you felt tricked. I think you just felt tricked on more than one occasion. Here's the thing, you've been doing all this work. You're like, this is a very happy energy that's coming up. Transformation, new beginnings, independence, victory, success, progress. If you can relax and allow yourself to simply trust that, no, I'm not in the ideal place right now, but I'm going to try and listen. I'm going to try to take the guidance that I'm being told to take, rather than being angry at the divine, being angry at the why of it all. The why is, it's hard, but our lives are, they're not punishments. They're not. They can be very painful sometimes, but human existence is painful. It is, we're meant to have a diverse experience, even emotionally. And as painful as it has been, that is as joyful as it can be going forward, if you will simply try to believe that. And I know that that is so hard for people who have been hurt. I know that, but keep trying, because it is the way things get better. And it is something that they're urging you over and over and over. Please choose joy. Please, it's not a risk. It's a risk if you attach it to something that is too, like, in the hands of other people's choices. I need this job to be happy. I need to become an actor. I need to make a movie. I need to, like, whatever it is where you've got a very narrow focus on what will make you happy, that can be very difficult. Try to say, I believe that if I am receptive to what is meant for me, if I invite it in, if I invite joy, if I invite happiness and love, it will come to me. And I release blame, I release anger, I release recrimination, because really, it's rare that our life choices don't play a factor in our adult lives. That's not to blame you. It's just saying, then the remedy would be seeking guidance on your choices. The sun and the upright, that's what spirit guides are for. They can't make our choices for us. They can't shape our lives for us. We do have karmic goalposts that we need to hit, mile markers essentially, and the divine will absolutely intervene on that. Okay, sun, The Sun, 7th chakra, Archangel Uriel, the Magician in the Mirror, and Door to Spirit. Please try to invest in the idea that you are loved and you are cared about. It does not necessarily change anything if you don't. Like more will, it's harder for it to get to you. It takes longer. Your emotional state is more difficult. Something's closing out with with a bad figure from the past. Something new is starting with a figure from the past as well. And it's happy. You have like try to forgive your spirit guides because they genuinely didn't do anything to you. They genuinely didn't. Try to release that anger because your anger is really at the people who hurt you. And if you direct it in the right direction, you can heal from it. You can heal from it because you'll be blaming the actual perpetrator of the crime. There we go. And will they see justice? Yeah, it may not take the shape and form that you think it will, but there's always justice. This could be the one. You've already met the romantic partner you seek. You deserve love. You are lovable. Free yourself. It's time to take back control of your life. You are not a pawn. You are not the universe's plaything. You are an intelligent, powerful, that Magician in the Mirror card. You can make things happen. Your belief is something that you have within your grasp as well. But please, all of the anger that you're directing at the divine, and I think you've been hearing this, and I do think you're actually hearing it. All of the anger that you've been directing at the divine is actually the people who hurt you. And you just never felt safe getting angry at them. You're safe. Get angry. Get angry. Learning how to be appropriately angry is the thing that will protect you, and it will not take over your life, and it will not poison your soul. It will be the thing that gives you strong and healthy boundaries going forward. It is fascinating to me that my phone can ring all the way through flight mode. All right, your angel answer card is you're ready. Here we go. Okay. All right, group number 3. I'm going to see, I'm going to grab Spooky for this. Where are you? Spooky, is there anything else? Is there anything else coming up? By the way, for our job seekers, that Ace of Pentacles is finding a position. There's an offer next Thursday or Friday. If you've been looking for a while, it's something that's coming back to you. It might have been all the way from March. Like there's something that is like rising from the grave again. And that's that past energy of something returning to you that will make you happy. All right, what else do I have? Come on, Spooky, what else? Queen of Wands in the upright. It's a manifesting energy. What else do we have? There we go. Come on, Spook, spit it out. 7 of Wands in the upright. It can be a struggle, but it's also the card of holding your ground, overcoming, knowing that you are the person in charge. The Emperor in the upright, that is a personal power card as well. It can be the card for the astrological sign Aries. 5 of Cups in the upright, 9 of Pentacles in reverse. Okay. Focusing on deprivation. Okay. Try not to focus on the slights of the past. Try to release them. Try to heal them. You're just in a much more powerful energy. By the way, that's a grief energy as well. That's just, there's the Tower. Changes around. Oh, wow, that's a lot of increase. Hey, group 3, like you typically have like the hardest journey, and I'm not sure why, and it does switch around. It's not all the same people. You have such an influx of everything coming to you, and you've been hearing it and hearing it and hearing it, and it's been like chipping away at a giant boulder within you, just taking it apart piece by piece, trying to. The way you managed to survive was to have a very firm idea of what had happened and what it meant. And you've been allowing that to, you've been letting things in. You've been letting new information in. It is helping you. It is helping you. that tower energy is there's a great big change around your grief and your financial insecurity, and much is coming to you. Divine intervention is on the way. And the only thing that you need to try and be receptive to is remember your spirit guides are on your side. And all they are ever trying to do is work with the choices that you're making to help you make better ones. And they are never, ever, ever, ever trying to have you be in a relationship with somebody who's hurting you. If you were in a relationship with somebody who hurt you, it is usually that you met somebody and you were meant to learn a lesson from them and release them, and you didn't. And that's not saying you're at fault. It's just saying it's so common. And that's where like anger at spirit guides starts coming in. How could you let that happen to me? And they're like, we tried really, really hard. And we all take the path we take. There's more time in life than we think. Allow your spirit guides to remember they're friends, remember they're your team, remember that they love you, and remember they're not doing anything to you, but they're trying to bring you many wonderful things. And all you need to do is unlock the door. You don't even need to open the door, just unlock it, because you're locked down around the idea that anything's on your side, and it has been very slowly budging. Give yourself a lot of credit, group number 3, because you've been through a lot. And even trying to believe again is so difficult for you. More is coming, and it is coming within this date range. And please look for it. Please look for the signs, and please ask for the guidance. Your team loves you, and they always have. And they're never going to be angry. They're never going to be angry with you. But being angry with them, it doesn't do anything, and it doesn't help anything, and it's not accurate. And I know when you've really been the recipient of a lot of unfairness and a lot of mistreatment at the hands of others, you just want somebody to blame. Blame the people who did it. And then you will be able to heal, and you will be able to release them. All right, group number 3, that was your message for this week. We're moving on to group number 4. If you want to book me for a private reading, my link to my website is in the description box down below. Oh, I completely forgot to even mention this to other piles. Hey, scammers freaking cloned my account on Monday, which I'm not sure why, but remember, the only way to book a reading with me is through my website. I do not read via WhatsApp. I do not read via text. I do not read via PDF. If somebody in the comments section who seems to have my face and my name, because they name themselves Cronecast at the ringing moon, that's not me. And if they use a trite little phrase like, thank you for sharing your journey with me, that is not going to be me ever either. I'm really blunt, and you should know my personality at least a little by now. It's a scammer. Ignore the person or report them, okay? If it's me, I will not be mentioning readings. I'm just responding to your comments. All right, group number 4, we're moving on to you. Peacock ore. This is a good card, mineral for discernment, for opening your third eye, for increasing your psychic gifts, and in your dream world. We have, I did shuffle for these from the Norman deck. I have Anchor, which is stability, believing in yourself. I have the Fates and TikTok. God, I get that combination so frequently. Choose friends wisely. Haven't gotten that one before. Follow the golden rule. Okay. The unknown, knowing the unknown. Oh, this is discernment. That's really cool. There we go. Oh, we're doing that. It's our angel answer card. If you want, I didn't actually read it. If you have a question at the end of the reading, hopefully this will be able to answer the question. I have peace as well. I am a being of love and a release all negative energy. Group 4, you're living in such a cool energy. I enjoy it. Masked weaver, discerning and practical choices bring security in life and love. Okay, choose your friends wisely, huh? Joyous fun, a consciousness of lack and joyous fun. So that this is a consciousness of lack is like, you know, there's supposed to be more in your life. Everything got shut down. It was not a personal judgment. More is coming to you. And in fact, it appears that you are having people in your life who are both friends and potentially romantic interests. The Fates and TikTok, that's the divine timing combination. They're delivering, bringing you security, peace. Follow the golden rule. I don't think you really struggle with that. Oh, you might in like, if somebody's done you wrong, you have a hard time saying no, putting up boundaries, you're too combative. Remember, if somebody's abused you, like you don't need to hate them. You don't. But you also don't need to have tremendous compassion and help them constantly either. If somebody has hurt you intentionally, they don't have a place in your life. It's not that they're a foe necessarily. You can forgive what they did and release them, and you can have them in your life as long as you don't let them have access to your emotional world. Let's find out why that's coming through. Five of Wands in the upright is confusion, chaos. It can also be bickering. It can be a struggle. I'm going to get this down. Three of Cups in the upright. Joyous fun, reunion energy, gatherings, more friends, more invitations are on the way. Life is back. Two of Pentacles in the upright. You're in such a good balanced energy. Eight of Cups in the upright. That's a spiritual journey card. Queen of Cups in reverse is my personal card for discernment. The Tower in reverse. Ooh, new beginnings. Five of Pentacles in reverse. Queen of Swords in the upright. The High Priestess in the upright. Three of Pentacles in reverse. Five of Swords in the upright. 5-5, energy of change. Six of Swords. Leaving a difficult situation behind. Rescue, escapism. Can be ghosting. I have the Strength card in the upright. Three of Wands in reverse. That's 2 3s in reverse. A lot of calling attention to your personal power. Seven of Wands in reverse. King of Cups, Knight of Cups in reverse. Eight of Wands in reverse. The Fool in reverse. Did you make a decision that you're going to have to unmake? Is that what's going on? Okay. All right. The Sun in reverse. Two of Wands in reverse. It looks that way. The Star in the upright. Ten of Swords in the upright. The Lovers in the upright. Ace of Pentacles in reverse. Okay. Wow. Listen, your past is healed. Like you did the work. Like you're not even like, except for this, except for that, try to adjust this. You're still afraid. No. Like the only thing you need to be aware of is you need to let more people in. You're getting over and over again for a reason, because more people are now entering. There are, please don't turn down invitations. You do that, you do that, you do that. Like you'll hear about events, you'll hear about like people wanting to get together. You have a tendency to like put it to the side, not pay a lot of attention to it. You're not unhappy. You're not. And what's coming up? Do you have any jobs coming up? Hey, I've got like, if I've got any performers here, if I've got any singers, or if I've got any people who create, like writers, artists, singers, there's a gig. Like there's a gig. It's at the start of maybe August or late in July. You're going to be contacted about that. It might be about something at a party or a gathering. Say yes. Like you started to dig lockdown. Like you actually really have fun by yourself. You don't necessarily need other people. Other people need you, and you actually do need other people. Yep, you do. You have, like, your life is getting going again. Your creative juices are flowing. You've got orders coming in if you've got your own business. It's a good energy around that. It just is. There's a lot of easing of circumstances. The only thing that, like, please allow yourself to have social interaction more than you do. Consciousness of lack of and joyous fun. Participate. You don't need to have long, drawn out conversations with other people. Just make remarks when you're out shopping. Go to stores that interest you. Get back out there into the world. You're not actually, being alone is not what healed you. It's not. It helped you not avoid healing, but it's not what healed you. It just made you confront some things. And it's time to get back out there and to mix it up again, to start going towards social interaction. Like you've had people essentially try to make claims on your time and your energy in the past, and you don't like to ask for anything from anybody. And that's what you associate relationships with. remember, like, if you're having, they're meant to be mostly about interests and like activities in people's lives. It is not supposed to be you having friends that ask you to solve their problems for them. And that can happen all the time. Like, that's part of a friendship. Remember, it's give and take. It's give and take. You will have different relationships going forward because you're different. That's why you keep getting this message hammered home over and over and over again. Let more people into your life. You're not trusting the fact that you're different. You did all that work for a reason. People cannot drain you in the same way any longer. You have better boundaries, you have better energetic management practices, and you're very happy by yourself. And kind of what you're forgetting is, guess what? That means you could be happier. Like, you don't need to be content with, no, I feel so much better. I'm not going to change this. I finally feel better after a long time of not feeling so great. I feel better. So I won't alter anything. Please don't do that. Alteration, we have to be receptive to things changing around us, or else change is brought to us. Resisting change is stagnation. We are here to grow. We are here to evolve. When we stop willingly changing, that's when the universe is like, we don't have any choice. They won't change willingly, so drop the bombs. That's what causes trauma. That's what don't try to cling to the now. Have one foot in the now and look forward. Every now and then, look backwards to find lessons from the things that have occurred in your life so that they can inform better choices going forward. But you're not actually safer by yourself. Please interact more. You have so many people who want to interact with you if you would allow them to. People can sense your energy. They can tell there's something magical in you. Everything's okay. Don't worry. It's all working out in a beautiful way. Daughter, second time. Daughter, the answers to your question involves your daughter. If you have a daughter, then this is very like on the nose. If you don't, as a, for instance, it can be a younger female relative. It can be your inner child as well, looking to the parts of yourself that you left behind due to trauma or to pain or to like being bullied. Go back, find the parts of reclaim yourself. That's what that card can mean as well. Do some research. You need more information about this situation. Look into it before proceeding further. Hey, that's on a business. There's research that you need to do, including apparently about like laws governing like what can be put on, like what can be consumed, what can be put on skin, what if you're shipping outside of your state on something. This looks like a body butter type of bomb type of, personal. You're looking at a business where you're going to create something that is for people, like to put on, that it's either they're smelled or they're eaten. Do research on that to make sure you understand the laws just ahead of time. Don't forget that you'll need insurance if you're going to have something that is going to be consumed by others, just to protect yourself. Do your research into whether or not you need to file doing business as paperwork as well. You have something that's starting to take off and to expand. Allow more to come to you. That's part of what letting people in is about. In order to continue to increase, and like it's not that you won't increase if you won't, you're not going to be punished, but the more people you let in, the more that comes to you. You don't like to be around people, but you're a deeply caring person, and you do care about people. You have negative associations around them. Your angel answers card is unlikely. Whatever your question was, unlikely. It's not impossible, but do some research is one of the things that came through as well. Perhaps the shape and the form that you're thinking about something, it's not likely. The fates in TikTok, though, I'm telling you, divine timing and that tower card as well in reverse. Things are landing all over the place, and you keep getting the message of please, 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 please choose your friends wisely and follow the golden rule. You need to let yourself have more people in your life. And it is part of increase and abundance and security and all of the things that are so near and dear to your heart. Do I need anybody else before we go? I'm going to go spooky as well. The reason being is that I think I've done that for at least 2 other groups, and we're going to see if spooky has anything to say for you. Hey, everybody. I'm so glad you're able to join me. There we go. I don't answer chat questions while I'm doing this because, quite frankly, I can't see. All right, there we go. All right. Go. I don't wear my glasses when I've got the ring light on. And the reason being is that it makes me look like a bug. I just so I'm always doing these reads without my glasses on. I actually prefer it. It's easier for me to read without my glasses on. It just, for some reason, not relying on my physical sight, like hones and sharpens my psychic. Which is not to say if you've had a reading with me and like I have my glasses on, it's like she's not tapped in. It's more that in this general energy read where I'm trying to get messages for a bunch of people, it's better for me to have my psychic eye open as possible. I have the Three of Swords in reverse, which is healing, the Moon in reverse, which is clarity. Oh, that's peace as well. Oh, okay. I just want one more. The Queen of Wands in reverse with the Seven of Wands in reverse. That feeling of being thwarted, that feeling of nothing coming to you, like that's changing big time. Justice in the upright. Anybody else? No. Things are being restored to, oh, that's the divine timing card. Ah, divine timing. You're transformed. It's not even that you're in a period of transformation. Everything that you have been trying to manifest is coming to you. Everything, like you healed things, and the last area is that you're too self-protective, and not in a fearful way, kind of in a happy way, but in order for you to really be within your purpose, just let your energy mingle with others. It's trying to bring you so very much, including friends you will actually enjoy. And like, that's the part where you're like, oh, I don't know, everybody thinks I'm weird. Like, first of all, you're not. Like, there's plenty of people who live in exactly the same energy. Allow people to interact with you. Allow people to interact with you. Okay, group number 4. That was the Spirit Guide Weekly for June 21st through the 27th. Thank you so much for joining me. By the way, if you want to book me for a private reading, there's a link to my website in the description box down below. Once again, please don't forget, I do not approach people in my comment sections trying to sell them readings ever. I have been cloned, and that means that I have a scammer impersonating me. They go by Cronecast at the ringing moon. I am Cronecast at the rising moon. Be careful. They don't use the same emojis that I do. They don't use the same phrasing that I do. Report them if you see them. Please make sure it's not really me. But I won't be trying to sell you anything, and they will be. Okay. Take care. Be well.